Alright, what is up everybody, and welcome to our delayed July installment in the Lords of Limited Showdown series. This is Ben here, and it looks like Ethan is passing to us, so this is ideal, so you get to see what he's shipping to us and drafting two seats right next to each other. Pack one, pick one here. We've got some spicy options. We've got a choice of Cavalier of Flame, Empyrean Eagle, and that's really about it. Pattern Matcher is also in consideration as well, but I mean, we're splitting hairs here because we're taking Cavalier of Flame. Let me, as is on brand for me, let me make sure I know what this rare does. We got 2 red, 6/5. 1 in red, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste until end of turn. When it ETBs, discard a number of cards, then draw that many cards. When it dies, it deals X damage to each opponent and each planeswalker, where X is the number of land cards in your graveyard. Yeah, seems pretty good. And was just reading in the big picture section of the Discord that Alex Corticals thinks that red is the best color in the format now because of how deep it is and how well its cards work together in an aggressive game plan. So pretty sweet to start off with Cavalier of Flame here. Let's get that in our pile. Following it up here, we've got some interesting options. So there's Lightning Stormkin, Woodland Champion, Leafkin Druid, Pack Mastiff if we really wanted to stay red, and Rabid Bite. I think the delta between, the red cards and the other colors is high enough that I want to branch into a different color here. Like Pack Mastiff is enough worse than Rabid Bite and Leafkin Druid. And I think Rabid Bite is better than Leafkin Druid. I think I've got this as my number 1 common now over Leafkin Druid. Especially because Cavalier of Flame wants us to be heavy red, and Leafkin Druid's going to shine in a heavy green deck, so there's already that tension starting to emerge there if we pick Leafkin Druid here. And I think Lightning Stormkin, in case we have to move off of red, Lightning Stormkin I think is probably just worse than Rabid Bite, or they're close on power level, but leaves us a lot less flexible because if we have to abandon red, we have to abandon both Cavalier and Lightning Stormkin, whereas if we take Rabid Bite and we have to abandon red, we still hopefully get to play with Rabid Bite. So I think I'm going to settle on Rabid Bite here. Pick 2. All right. Next pack, there is Pack Mastiff. This is a weak pack. Pack Mastiff. There's Dawning Angel, Bone Splinters, Warden of Evos Isle, and not a lot else that's exciting. Concerning, there's an uncommon missing and a common missing, so this was just a weak pack. I think I'm going to take Pack Mastiff here as probably not the best card in the pack. I don't even know what the best card in the pack is. Maybe Warden of Evos Isle or Dawning Angel. Bone Splinters getting me into black does not feel great, so I think I'm just going to take Pack Mastiff here, continue to feel out if red is open, and we'll see where the draft takes us. But it's hard to read signals out of a pack this week, and nothing's really pushing me in a new direction, so stick with the best card I've got in Cavalier of Flame. Pack Mastiff, welcome to the team. Ooh, alright, interesting. So, Shared Summons is great. I'm surprised Ethan passed this to us. And so an uncommon missing from the pack and 2 commons missing. Shared Summons definitely goes up in value when you've got a card as good as Cavalier of Flame. All this isn't like an insane bomb by any stretch of the imagination or anything like that. It is very good, don't get me wrong, but it's not totally bomb-tastic. I think Chandra's Embercat, since this is an elemental, ramping this out is pretty sweet. And other than that, there's not great cards. I think the 2 cards that are the best in the pack are Shared Summons and Chandra's Embercat. And I think I just want to get deeper into red rather than commit to red-green here. I just ripped my earbud out of my ear. Sorry if you just heard me stop mid-thought. That was what went on behind the scenes. We're going to take Chandra's Embercat here. All right, and red feels like it's continuing to flow. Blue and black feel not super open. There is a Gift of Paradise if we want to get into green. There's Dagger Sail Aeronaut. This is, again, just another weak pack, so packs are drying up pretty quickly here. Lane on Question is not worth taking, right? Blah, blah, blah. Whenever you and at least 1 permanent. becomes the target of a spell or ability. Leyline of Combustion deals 2 damage to that player. Yeah, that seems not good. I think I'm just going to take Infuriate. This is a very good 1-mana combat trick. It will almost always make the cut in my red decks. And I think I like locking it up here and just getting deeper into red and continuing to feel out what's open. And again, packs are weak. Nothing really pushing me towards another color, and I would rather just be red and be open to any other color than, try to waffle around and figure out what's open. All right, and similarly, we're going to take Packmastiff here. It's already better because we have the one Packmastiff to start with. And again, there's just nothing here pushing us into any other color pair. Vial of Dragonfire is fine. Ferocious Pup, fine. Like, all of these cards are fine. I do think Packmastiff is the best of them and lines up with what we've already got. So, pretty clear pick here in Packmastiff. Whoa, baby. All right, so feeling like red is the right place for us to be. I just saw a tweet from Ben S. right before we started this about how you're always supposed to put Flame Sweep in your red decks no matter how many 2/2 ground creatures you have in your deck. I don't know that I agree with that. This feels like pretty bad in our deck right now. I don't know. It's tough. Ben S is better at Magic and Draft than me, though. So there's also a fairly late Frostlings here. I'm surprised to see that here. And there's also a Griffin Protector. I think I'm just going to take Flame Sweep. I'm going to trust Ben S. And I'm going to take Flame Sweep and see what comes. Ooh, Chandra's Regulator? Yes, please. Can we be mono red or near mono red? That is really exciting. So rewarded, and Ethan sending us good signals here. Ripscale Predator would be a fine include on the top end as a one-of, especially if we're in mono red. And really feeling like, we got a little lucky here in that we opened a triple red card and that red is open in our seat. But this draft is going very well and very smoothly. And I don't know if you heard or not, but there was a little bit of a tough scooch there in my chair. So Chandra's Regulator, get in. Fry is a great pickup for the sideboard. I think you could make an argument for Netcaster Spider here, but I mean, we could be red, whatever, or mono red, and I think Fry is a very, very, very powerful sideboard card. No blue or black cards here, so I would expect Ethan to be blue-black, I think. But the Frostlinks was a little weird, so maybe he undervalues Frostlinks, or maybe there were just 2 really good blue cards in that pack still. So let's get Fry in the pile. I think I'm going to take... No, Stone Golem's so bad. I think I'm going to take Prismite here. I think you could make a case for Plummet as a powerful sideboard card if we end up in green. But Prismite Prismite's terrible. I'm going to take Plummet. If we want to I was thinking Prismite can help splash, card like Rabid Bite. Maybe that's worth it. Yeah, I am going to take Prismite. Hoping to never run either of those cards. Manifold Key is fine, does a reasonable Goblin Smuggler impression if you don't have one. We're not seeing any of the... And we saw 0 Lavakin Brawlers, so maybe red's not as open as we're thinking. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I do think we're in a good spot regardless of how open red is. I will take... I'm hoping to never put Maniacal Rage in my deck. So I'm going to take Inspiring Captain here. We're not going super wide yet to where I think I would want Squad Captain. And this is all unplayable garbage. And a Yoke Dox, sure. So I think we're in a fine spot. The wheel was not very kind to us, but the packs were also super weak, so I wouldn't expect tons of stuff to wheel. Let's see what Thunderkin Awakener does. When it attacks, choose target elemental creature card in your graveyard with toughness less than Thunder Awakener's toughness. Return the card to the battlefield tapped and attacking. So not good at all for us. This pack is pretty mediocre. There's an Air Elemental as probably one of the better cards in the pack, if not the best card in the pack. Blood-Soaked Altar we're not dipping into black for as our first black card, especially because we're assuming Ethan is blue-black right now. I think I'm just taking Goblin Smuggler here. We should get hooked up hard in red this pack. We passed almost no red cards. It's weird though, we were saying, felt like red was open. We don't have any of the top red commons really in Brawler, Shock or Chandra's Outrage, so maybe red's not as open as I think. Maybe we're just in trouble here. That would also be a little worrisome. Green has flowed, but I don't think I want to take a Netcaster Spider. I'm still going to stick on my read that we're going to get hooked up in red, and I'm going to take a Goblin Smuggler. Also works nicely with the 2 Pack Mastiffs. So there's Season of Growth, Loaming Shaman. Season of Growth is very good with Rabid Bite and Infuriate that we've got already. Ember Cat helps us cast Cavalier of Flame, and other than that, it's just sort of a 2-mana 2/2. Green felt pretty open in pack 1, and I think now that I think about us not really having any of the top 3 red commons, maybe we give up on this mono red Chandra's Regulator Dream and we start to go a little bigger and maybe try to turn Flame Sweep into a good card in our deck. Although we have 4 ground 2-mana 2/2s here. So I'm going to tentatively put this Flame Sweep in the sideboard, and we already have the Rabid Bite and Infuriate to go along with this, so I think I'm going to take Season of Growth here and see what comes. Alright, there's a Lavakin Brawler, so maybe I should have stayed true and taken Chandra's Embercat there. I am going to take Lavakin Brawler over Wolf Rider Saddle. I think Wolf Rider Saddle is very good, but I think Lavakin Brawler synergy with the Goblin Smuggler and Embercat we've already got is strong enough that I'm willing to take it over like probably a better card in a vacuum in Wolf Rider Saddle. So let's take Lavakin Brawler here. Blood for Bones is probably the best card in the pack, but I don't think any consideration there. Interesting. So there's a 3rd Pack Mastiff we could pick up, or Destructive Digger to help mitigate Flood a little bit, or Mammoth Spider if we want to go harder on like red-green derpy stuff, but then we're bordering on just being like a red-green mid-range deck, which is really where you don't want to be. But I also think we just need to not play Flame Sweep. I think I shouldn't get derailed by that. I do think I'm going to take the 3rd Pack Mastiff here. It's so good with Goblin Smuggler, and if we can just get Pack Mastiff, Goblin Smuggler, Lavakin Brawler going on, I'm going to be pretty happy with that. So let's get Pack Mastiff in here, and we're really only passing the Digger, a Skynight Vanguard, and Mammoth Spider, and maybe if white's open, we'll wheel the Skynight Vanguard. All right, there's a 4th Pack Mastiff, or we could take Retributive Wand and try to wheel the Goblin Digger, which I think, you know, if you have 1 to 2 Goblin Diggers, you're probably supposed to play Retributive Wand in your red decks, just because you can sack it and dome your opponent for 5 or kill a creature. Excuse me. For 5. I don't think I want either of the green cards here. I don't think they're good enough. I'm going to take Pack Mastiff and just continue to feel out. I mean, the more we get, theoretically, the better they're going to get. It's always going to trade up, etc., etc. And then maybe we wheel the wand in the Digger. And getting this deep into red also is going to make a Regulator a playable card. And I do think if you're deep into red, Regulator is quite good. There's a Devout Degree as a powerful sideboard card, a Raise the Alarm, and a Pack Mastiff. I think white is probably too late for us to get into for Raise the Alarm here. So I'm going to take our 5th Pack Mastiff, and we'll see if collecting them all is going to be good. All right, we're going to take a 2nd Lavakin Brawler here. That's a really nice pickup with a Chandra's Embercat. I do wish Season of Growth were a Chandra's Embercat right now, for whatever that's worth. So it feels pretty bad that we strayed from mono red for a card that would have been very good with where we are as the draft has panned out. And I do think the 2nd Lavakin Brawler is better than the 6th Pack Mastiff. So we will take Lavakin Brawler here. And if Ethan was blue-black, he is not getting very hooked up at all. I'm going to take Tectonic Rift here. This could be a good way to close out the game, maybe, depending on the matchup. There's also Fencing Ace is just a good card. But again, we're so deep into red. I think we're also pretty light on playables, period. Yikes. I'm going to take Tectonic Rift. And we're not wheeling a lot of red cards. Okay. Wow. So red-green... I don't know if there's a sign. I don't know what else it is other than this. So Netcaster Spider, we were considering taking pack 1, pick 1, and it's still here. There's also a Rip Scale Predator, which I just think is just a very good top-end card in a mono-red deck, you know, as far as common finishers go. So I'm going to take that here and continue to leave myself open to a third color or a light splash of 2 colors maybe in our red start here. And this makes me feel comfortable about the direction the draft is going. Infuriate's a great pickup. We'll happily slam that here. Get in my deck. I think a third Infuriate is what we want here over Dagger Sail Aeronaut. And pretty happy to pick that up and play it, especially with a Season of Growth. Nothing. So I think we're going to be heavy red with a light splash of green, because these Infuriates are too good with a Season of Growth, I think, to not go down that route. And they're cards we want to play anyway. Could have some serious Goblin Smuggler combo kills. Goblin Smuggler is going to be a very high pick for us. And we need some removal. We've seen Stone 0 removal, other than this Rabid Bite. So high premium on Chandra's Outrage, Shocks, and even the Deal 5, Reduced to Ashes. So we don't see any removal here, which is a drag. We do see our third Lavakin Brawler, which is pretty good. And Evolving Wilds would be a great wheel to splash Season of Growth and Rabid Bite. But I do think we just want to take Lavakin Brawler here. We're already going to have a good mana base. Evolving Wilds would make it better, but I think Lavakin Brawler, synergizing with itself, synergizing with Goblin Smuggler, and hopefully we can pick up some Ember Cats, will be good enough. No consideration really for Agonizing Siphon. I just took a bite of banana and I realized I probably shouldn't be doing that on a video. So I'm sorry about my gross unprofessionalism. Ooh. Moo Yanling. So Ethan is not blue. What is Ethan then? Black-green? Is Ethan drafting his black-green recycle everything deck? I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. So Pack-Mastiff is not a goblin, unfortunately. So our only goblin is Goblin Smuggler, so no consideration for Ringleader. We don't really have anything going on with Woodland Champion. Brightwood Tracker's not great. I'm going to take Moo Yanling here. I think we're probably not going to end up playing it because it's such a significant cost to our mana base in our deck, but maybe it's dollar bills, maybe it's not, but I literally think there is not a card I'm going to play out of this pack, and who knows, maybe we get hooked up in blue if Ethan's not blue. So let's take Moo Yanling. Let's see where the draft takes us. Okay. Maybe we're going to be red-blue. So there's Air Elemental and Boreal Elemental. I think Air Elemental's better, but again, it's hard to cast. There's Netcaster Spider. We don't want a Ripscale Predator. What are we giving up by switching over to red-blue? Huh. I mean, these are also elementals to go along with our Lavakin Brawler in the Boreal Elemental and the Air Elemental, that is. I think I'm going to take Air Elemental over Boreal Elemental, because if we're playing Moo Yanling, we're going to be playing a reasonable number of islands. So I think we take the Air Elemental here and we just see what happens. And the blue's gone, but so is red, unfortunately, which is not great. So there's an Ironroot Warlord, a Moldavine Reclamation. Our mana base can't support either of those. There's a Growth Cycle, but we already have triple Infuriate, and Growth Cycle is close enough that we don't really care about that. So I think I'm just going to take Evolving Wilds, which will help our mana situation quite a bit, regardless of whether we splash green or splash blue. And by splash blue, I mean play blue with like 9 or 8 islands. So let's take Evolving Wilds. All right, dipping back towards green, I think, with a Rabid Bite here. Although there is a Swiftwater Cliffs for blue. I just think Rabid Bite and Season of Growth work so much better with what we have and are so much easier on our mana base than the blue cards. And we need removal. Rabid Bite is removal. It works well with Season of Growth. So I think I'm going to take the Rabid Bite here. I think we're going to hope we wheel one of those Brightwood Trackers we've seen and see where we go. Keldon Raider's a fine pickup. That'll give us some filtering. I think that's better than a second Ripscale Predator. Is that even true? I don't know. I kind of want a second Ripscale Predator, but there's another one that we have a chance of wheeling. I think I'm going to take Keldon Raider so medium. Early on in the format, I'd been pretty excited about Keldon Raider here. And I guess we don't really have much filtering other than Chandra's Regulator, but I do think we're going to play Chandra's Regulator at this point. Hum. I think if we're looking to play Chandra's Regulator, I think I'm going to take a second Ripscale Predator. Scampering Scorcher. That is a good one with triple Lavakin Brawler. Synergy. Can we please get like a last Goblin Smuggler here? That would be awesome. I blame the Discord for letting everyone know how good Goblin Smuggler is. Scampering Scorcher, welcome to the team. So we briefly flirted with blue, and I don't think we gave anything up by taking those two blue cards, so I feel fine with that, but I do think we're going to stick with red-green here. Marauder's Axe, not really exciting. Goblin Bird Grabber, definitely not exciting, though. Guess I'm going to take a Plummet for the sideboard. I'm hoping to never put Goblin Bird Grabber in our deck. Like, Prismite is just better in this deck than Goblin Bird Grabber. I think I'm going to take Fire Elemental here. It's not good, but it's not awful. It synergizes with the Lavakin Brawlers. It's funny. We had the Embercat versus Season of Growth pick. I do think it's weird because we have the triple Infuriate. I do think Season of Growth ended up being better in our deck, but our deck definitely wishes some of these Pack Mastiffs were Chandra's Embercats. Would be a lot better if that were the case. So we did wheel a Brightwood Tracker, and I think we will take it and play it. We're pretty heavy creatures. It gives us some card advantage. It gives us a mana sink. And then we'll have to be very careful with our two Rabid Bites, knowing we've only got 2 pieces of removal. I think we take a second Ripscale Predator here, a third Ripscale Predator here, rather, over the second Brightwood Tracker. And I think none of these cards are likely to make my deck. I'll take an Act of Treason in case we want to side that in for some reason. I think Dagger Sail Aeronaut, again, is better than Bird Grabber. Stone Golem, sure. And Swamp. Alright, so is this the deck? Sort by CMC. Anything up here that we would want? I think Flame Sweep kills too much of my stuff. Sorry, Ben S. And I think the blue cards, despite being very powerful, are too big of a cost to our mana base, and we need the removal that green provides. So I think this is the deck with some mountains, and we'll be pretty heavy. Honestly, I wonder if we're supposed to cut Brightwood Tracker so that we can get more mountains in our deck so that Chandra's Regulator is better. That's interesting. I could see that being true. I think, in fact, I am going to do that. So let's cut Brightwood Tracker and run a third Ripscale Predator, question mark. Could also main deck Fry. I think there's a pretty good chance that Ethan is white or blue. That would tilt him to no end. Although I think we can assume he's definitely not blue because he passed us the Mu Yanling. I wonder if he's black-white. Regardless, we'll side it in. Yeah, so he can't be blue. Hopefully he's not red. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that Ethan's red, though, which is really weird that we ended up deep in red because we saw no red removal. We saw no outrages. We saw no shocks. So I don't think it's crazy that Ethan's in red either, and the packs just broke pretty weird. So what would we want? I guess we could play a Prismite, and that would also let us play more mountains. Prismite's pretty bad, though. We could play Manifold Key. We do have some serious clunkers here. But making the Lavakin Brawlers unblockable, I kind of like that, actually. Yeah, I'm into that. Let's play Manifold Key over Brightwood Tracker. because we are aggro, and this getting in some Lavakin Brawlers or like some of these big clunkers, Fire Elemental, etc., unblockable could be pretty strong. And then we can't pitch it to Regulator, right? Only a Mountain or a red card? No. Yeah, I think I'm into this. Okay, so we want Evolving Wilds, add some lands. I think we want, like, that gives us 5 green sources for 3 cards. That seems good enough to me. Maybe we go up, maybe we want 6 green sources. I think 5 is plenty for 3 green cards. But the Regulator makes it tricky. 11 mountains is not a ton of mountains, though. I think I do want to go 12-5. Let's save. And that's just going on a feel thing. I probably should take the time to look at Frank Karsten's land thing sheet, because this is one where the ratios don't come up super often. Yeah, it does feel like I want another forest, just looking at that. So 5 green. Let's add that to the deck. And save.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a very belated, this should have been in July, but we're excited to have you back here for another Lords Limited Showdown video. I'm Lord Tupperware, also known as Ethan. Drafted against Mr. Metron. Where's he at? I think he's next to us? Yes! Just shipping him the goods. Here we go. All right, so Ben is who we're passing to. Core set 20. Format's in. Format's locked. We just did an episode about how to draft white. Got white on the brain. No white cards in this pack. For me, I think the best card in the pack is, I don't know where I'm at, Rabid Bite or Leafkin Druid. I think I'm on Rabid Bite better than Leafkin Druid. I know if I take Rabid Bite that Ben is probably going to take Leafkin Druid, so maybe we can do the old hook and cut on him. Otherwise, in this pack, there's a Woodland Champion, which is fine to medium. A Lightning Stormkin, which is good and too early. Maybe I'm just supposed to take Rotting Regisaur. All right, actually, I'm going to take Rotting Regisaur. And, like, we can put Ben into green or something. Ooh, and now there's some white cards. I could take Bone Splinters, but I think I'm just going to take Griffin Protector here. I do not like Warden of Evocile. I'm going to take Griffin Protector. So that was sort of a... I don't know. I know Ben will love to beat me if I'm playing Rotting Regisaur. That'll make him feel so good because he hates this card. And I've gone sort of like up. I was like super high on this card, and then I went down on it, and now I'm back to being like, it's like a B probably. It's not like a bomb or anything, but I think it's a reason to be in black, and I think it's quite strong. One of the reasons I don't like it is because it's not super good in black-green, which is my pet deck of the format. Like, that deck, you often have cards in hand. It's all about grinding out value, and then this like takes away that from you. So I'm not super high on that in that deck, but like, you know, black, white, black, red, whatever. If you're emptying your hand, if you're going assertive, I think it can be good. I'm going to take Griffin Protector here over Bone Splinters is the best black card here, but you don't want multiples of them unless you have Sanitarium Skeleton. You should be able to get them later. There's Warden of Evocile, which I'm not super high on, and I think between Dawning Angel and Griffin Protector, I like the Griffin. All right, I'm going to take... This is pretty interesting. So I could take Audacious Thief, which I think I'm going to because it goes the best with Rotting Regisaur. I think it's the best common left in the pack. And then of the uncommons, we got a sideboard card at best and a medium, 2 mana, 2/1. And then there's Shared Summons, which is really awesome. I could just keep shipping this to Ben. He probably took Rabid Bite or Leafkin Druid, and now he could take Shared Summons, which is a powerful card, but Audacious Thief is also really powerful and lets us play Rotting Regisaur. I don't think I want to get into a third color, so I'm going to take Thief here. A common and an uncommon missing. All right. Not much super exciting here. There is the best and only black card is Blade Brand, which does go well with Audacious Thief. There's no white cards that I would want to take. I mean, Eternal Isolation is like main deckable, sure, but more sideboard in my opinion. And then there's a Goblin Smuggler, which does go really well with Audacious Thief. I've been impressed by red-black aggro decks. I kind of just want to take that here and see what else happens. Smuggler could also combo with Griffin Protector if we end up in red-white exactly. But it's a pretty weak pack. Ben's probably going to take Gift of Paradise. Oh, God. And I'm just going to give him a Thrashing Brontodon 5th. Or I could just take Pack Mastiff, I guess. I can't give him a Thrashing Brontodon, right? That feels like a signal for me. Like I'm regretting not taking Shared Summons there. I'm just going to take this. This is super late for Thrashing Brontodon. I'm just going to be all over the place in this draft. And yeah, I'm going to just grab that here. And a Leafkin Druid this late? Holy cow. All right, so we're going to get cut on green from Ben in pack 2, but then hopefully maybe get into it in pack 3. I mean, this is just ridiculous. If I hadn't done my last second pivot into Rotting Regisaur, we could have really done it with Shared Summons and a Rabid Bite. Okay, so as it stands, there's another Goblin Smuggler. I'm going to take that here. I don't think Regulator is very good with us bobbing and weaving here. And I don't know, Soul Salvage maybe. I think you just can't go wrong with another Smuggler. And figure the rest out. I mean, there's a chance I'm just supposed to take Growth Cycle after going green card, green card. Growth Cycle is good with Audacious Thief too if we end up some sort of more, you know, assertive green-black deck, but I think I'm just gonna keep being all over the place here and take Smuggler. Fry is a really good sideboard card. Keldon Raider is a fine red card. I don't really like either of these green cards very much. I like Spider better than Pup, unless we're in like green-white, or some versions of green-black can do stuff with a goblin, a ferocious Pup. I guess the question is just like, how much do I want to fight over green here? I don't think a ton. I think I just want to take Raider or Fry for the board. Let's take Raider. I'm worried about making playables here. All right, we got a Pack Mastiff, which is good with Smuggler. Grab that here over not very much. And then this pack is trash. And I'll take a Reckless Airstrike for the sideboard. And we get an Inspiring Captain, a Dagger Sail Aeronaut. I think I'll just stick with red cards. That seems to be the color I'm deepest in, and then we'll figure out what else we can do. All right, another Aeronaut. I mean, it's not an exciting card, but it is playable. So seeing some late red cards there. We're probably not going to be green. We just, like, I guess maybe hated a couple of these cards from Ben. I can't imagine we're going to see any green in pack 2 here. If we can see some more Thieves or Blood Burglars, that's going to make me more excited to go like red-black aggro with Smugglers. And, you know, for all I want to draft white, it just didn't seem open. So this is probably our most likely deck at the moment. Regisaur is probably the best in red-black. I think that's where its aggression is going to be most well-suited. And I have to imagine Ben's on green with, like, again, either one of Leafkin. Ooh, Ripscale Predator's not bad either. I mean, not that I'm excited about it, but it does seem like those are some late playable red cards at least. And Double Smuggler makes any deck tick, I would say. Probably looking to upgrade these Aeronauts if at all possible. Even the Raider's not like the most exciting. If I had known we were going to get this many like late playable red cards, then I'd probably take Fry. But we're in an okay spot. Yeah, Ben's probably got Shared Summons, a Druid, something else, and then got kind of cut on green. I mean, I do have an advantage over him, at least in this match that we're going to play, at least, knowing that I get to sort of cut him off in pack 1 and pack 2. So really need to, figure out what our second color is, really need some removal, and need to figure out a curve. That's where I'm at. So quite a bit that we're trying to accomplish here in pack 2, but it's early. We have one color as our base color. That's very good. And then the rest will hopefully work itself out. Just waiting for everybody else at the table, namely Ben, of course, to finish out this pack. All right. Here we go. Pack 2, pick 1. I think we're going to grab Audacious Thief here. Again, Thief goes so well with Smuggler. Black is our most likely second color at the moment. If we're taking a red card, it'd be Uncaged Fury, which I think is actually good, quite good with in conjunction with Smugglers. But I think I'm going to take Thief here over the Fury. Maybe we wheel a Destructive Digger. This pack is very, very weak. There's like a Wave Crasher on Summon, Fencing Ace, but not much to speak of. We'll just take a Thief here. Look for some 2-drops and expect to wait until time for every pick with Ben passing to us. In these kinds of decks, in the red-black aggro decks with Smuggler and Thief, I really like Blood Burglar, actually. I found that Blood Burglar into Goblin Smuggler is a nice little 2-3 hit where you get to then start attacking for 2 points of lifelink every turn. And then your opponents are forced, they have to use the removal on the Smuggler before they can use removal on, the burglars or the thieves. And so it puts them in a bit of an awkward spot. Now, this is an interesting pack. Air Elemental is probably the best card here. We didn't see any blue in pack 1. Thunderkin Awakener is also a magic card, though I don't think it's good unless you've got Cloudkin Seer, so it's essentially a red, blue, gold card. Bloodsoaked Altar is a card I like very much. I'm not sure how good it is in red-black, but I think I'm going to take it here. The other option is like Bloodfell Caves or Dawning Angel if I wanted to abandon black here. But I don't think I want to abandon black yet. Now, Bloodsoaked Altar and Rotting Register, that's a lot of card disadvantage. So I think we're going to be looking for Sanitarium Skeletons pretty aggressively. The other option is to take Air Elemental here. Ben took a common out of this pack, and it probably wasn't a green card, given that there's 4 green commons. I don't know what to take here. I think I'm going to take Altar, given that we have 3 black cards already, but... Ooh. Villas. Broker of Blood. Don't think we can take that. I think we just take the Ember Cat, even though we have no elementals yet to speak of. It does give us another 2-drop. It does make future elementals better. I think it's possible that something like Boneclad Necromancer wheels if black is open. Like if someone takes Villas, someone takes Bone Splinters. Passing Loman Shaman feels bad. I wish we could be playing that deck, but we can't. So I think we're just on Ember Cat. As a 2-drop, maybe get an Infuriate on the wheel. But that's where I'm going to land. Blood for Bones. Well, now I wish I had taken that Villas. I'm definitely going to take Blood for Bones here. Nice little 2-for-1. Rotting Regisaur can discard a Ripscale Predator, and then we can get some shenanigans going. Maybe we wheel Sorcerer of the Fang or an Infuriate, but Blood for Bones is a great pickup here, and I think that's going to lock me in. After going Thief and Altar in this pack, I think that's going to lock me into black as my second color. I think I'm going to hope to not play the Aeronauts at this point. Also got Keldon Raider as discard. Maybe I wish I had taken Villas there. Like Regisaur's discard, Bloodsoaked Altar's discard, Keldon Raider's discard. We could be Reanimate. So, no good black cards, Epicure, Duress, and Mind Rot. No good red cards, Destructive Digger. And then there's Sky Knight, Vanguard, and a Battalion Foot Soldier, which I know no one respects. Am I supposed to take Vanguard here and maybe see if red-white's what I'm supposed to do? I could take Duress or Mind Rot as sideboard cards. I just feel like I never side those in. I think I'm going to take Vanguard here as a hedge into red-white. I doubt we play it, especially after taking 3 black cards this pack, but I think I'm going to take Vanguard here and see what the turn brings. And the turn brings a Dawning Angel. Yeah, and an Inspiring Captain. Okay. No black cards. No red cards. Some colorless cards, but none that I really want to play. So yeah, I'll take Dawning Angel. This could, I could definitely see swapping out these black cards and bringing in... Yeah, look at all these white cards. Does it raise the alarm? All right. Is this the pivot of the century or what? I'm going to take Raise the Alarm here over Devout Decree. Maybe white will be a possibility in pack 3 too. We still have no removal. These smugglers just got a little worse. Though they could make they're still good with Pack Mastiff. All right, there's a Foot Soldier, a Pack Mastiff, and an Inspiring Captain. Yeesh. I think it's... Oof, I don't know. Pack Mastiff makes the Smuggler better. Pack Mastiffs are nice in multiples. If I pass these white cards, am I not getting any white cards later? Battalion Foot Soldier might wheel from an earlier pack. Probably just a little too late to get into that. I think I'm just going to take Mastiff. I do want these effects, but I think I want more 2s first. All right, Fencing Ace is awesome with Smuggler. Definitely going to snap that up here. Feeling good about the pivot into white at the moment. Really need removal. Holy cow. Pacifism, shocks, outrages, something. I'm in trouble in that respect. Thunderkin Awakener doesn't do anything for us. Maybe I could play a Rift. If my deck is really bad, I might play Tectonic Rift. And Daybreak Chaplain. Maybe if we get Gauntlets or something. So definitely low on playables. But that's a product of... Oh, we also have we do have the Aeronauts that we could play. It's a product of, waffling pretty hard on what our second color was. So not seeing like a ton of cards wheeling for us at the end there, but I do think the pivot into white is right. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is still the possibility, though I think black, like the fact that, remember that pack that had, what was it? It was like Villas, Audacious Thief, and Bone Splinters, I think it was. And now we just see a blue card? What is going on? All right, we have a Lavakin Brawler. I'm going to take that. But I'm pretty sad here. We're not going to wheel anything, which is very bad for us. Blue just hasn't been open, though. So, like, even though we're seeing these, like, oh, but I'm going to pass Ben Mu Yanling. But we didn't pass any blue to him, right? In pack 1? So is it possible that he's blue? He might splash it off like gifts, depending on how good his fixing is. I'm just going to take Brawler here. We only have the 1 elemental right now, but it's still good with Smuggler as attacking as a 3/4. Sure. And we'd like also some like ways to buff creatures, like an axe or something would go kind of a long way. But yeah, I just got to sigh and take a Brawler here. Wow, more blue goodies. We do get a shock, though, and maybe we play this Glaring Aegis if it wheels. And Sentry, something like that. Yeah, shock, get in. Safara Sky's Blade. Yeah, you're a magic card, aren't you? Okay, I'll take you. Dagger Sail Aeronauts are interesting with that. Like, they might make that castable because you can tap them on your turn and because they're flyers. Passing Ben, some more good green cards. Maybe we will raise the alarm if white is as open as I think it is. Ooh, Spitfire, Moment of Heroism, and Infuriate. None of these Infuriates are wheeling either. Spitfire doesn't really do anything for us right now. Like, it's an elemental for Brawler, but we have no non-combat damage at the moment. The question is, what else would I take? Like, would I take a Trick? Take a Bird Grabber? Ben's getting a Rabid Bite. I think I like a Trick here. I just don't know. No, I think I'm still supposed to take Spitfire. It can cast Safara. Maybe we'll get some Scorch Spitters or something. Still think we should take it. All right, another shock. I'd also not be mad about a Devout Decree from the board, but another shock that is. Scampering Scorcher and Inspired Charge. I think we need to take Inspired Charge here. Scorcher's really only good with the Brawler. I mean, it would be good if we had effects like this, but I'm going to grab my first of these effects. And I'm wondering if I should maybe swap a Brawler for an Aeronaut or two because of Safara. This deck is just a bunch of creatures and a pump spell. So, but maybe that's good enough, Maybe that's good enough. Ooh, a Griffin Protector is nice. Take that. I also would like a Marauding Axe, but Marauder's Axe, rather. Axe is good with our flyers. It's good with Smuggler. Good with Raise the Alarm. But I think I need a Protector here. And maybe we just don't play this Brawler? I'm not sure. I'm a little worried about this 4-drop slot. Maybe these Aeronauts aren't good enough with Safara. Ooh, Ancestral Blade is nice. That's a good pickup for sure. All right, the pivot into white seems like it was good. I mean, I'm not getting a good deck, but it seems like it was good. We could take Disenchant for the board. Ben's going to get a Woodland Champion here. We got a Glaring Aegis, which I think I'm... Ooh, actually, I'd probably just play Sentry. Probs just play the Sentry here. And... yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I mean, with like no card advantage. Deck is like fairly clunky. 2 shocks and Inspired Charge as interaction. Am I ever going to have 4 flyers? I have Angel, Double Protector, Double Aeronaut, and Vanguard. Yeah, I might have 4 flyers at some point. I'd play a Bird Grabber at this point, just for Safara. And hopefully the Smugglers just do work. I don't know. And another Raise the Alarm with Double Protector is pretty good. And avoiding the Battalion Foot Soldier trap that I keep wanting to fall into. Well, I don't like my chances. I don't think this deck is very good, but it could steal some wins. We'll probably like go to 3 games or something. Ooh, Bird Grabber and Moment. Huh. I just have like no tricks. I think I need to take a trick here. I honestly want to just play the Raiders, but I gotta then make another cut. I mean, this Brawler does nothing. Like it keeps saying good with Smuggler, but like I have things that are good with Smugglers. This is not an elemental deck. I almost would rather just play an Aeronaut, like cut Ember Cat. Could also cut Spitfire, like cut all the elementals, and just play the 2 Aeronauts. Or I guess Spitfire doesn't do anything. I guess it turns Shock into a combat trick. Ooh, wow, and a Bird Grabber. Now it's Bird Grabber with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flyers. Yeah, maybe just do that and cut all the elementals. I like Raiders better than Aeronauts. And do something like 9, 8, white, red. Yeah, okay. I don't love it. It's not the best deck I've ever drafted, but it is a deck. Maybe I could see like Aeronaut being better than Predator. Flying is good. And then like Elite keeps the curve a little lower, whereas and gives another thing that could potentially cast Safara. So that leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In theory. Okay. Save that and see you all for round 1. All right, I won the die roll. That's about the only winning that I'm going to do here.
That draft was tough.
Yeah.
So here are my predictions for you since you were passing to me.
Uh-huh.
I think you're black.
Okay.
And your second color, I'm going to hope, is not red. I'm hoping you're black-white. What is that?
I'm not black-white.
You're not black-white?
No.
Well, I assume you're not blue because you passed me Mu Yanling.
Yep.
Are you red?
I am red.
Oh, God. I'm almost mono red.
What?
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
So I mulliganed to 6. This is a pretty terrible Yeah, this is pretty terrible. I gotta ship it back. All right, that's a keeper. And then gotta get rid of 2 cards.
You went to 5?
I went to 5. Yeah, I told you I'm not gonna do any winning today. You can mark it 5-4 for Ben.
So are you not happy with your deck?
No, I'm not happy with my deck. Guess we'll ship. Gosh. This and this, and hope that this can do some things down the road. All right, done. Okay.
Red, white, huh?
Yeah, I tried to be black, but black just didn't. Black wasn't open. Got some late white cards. I basically like that Sky Knight Vanguard that came around late in pack 2.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I took a little hedge on that and
I'm really curious to see your draft log. I think you and I might have been the only red drafters at the table.
It's pretty bad. All right.
Yeah. That's why I thought there was a chance that you were red, because I realized despite the fact that I had a million red cards, I had none of the best red cards.
Yeah.
Which was a little concerning. But that was about midway through pack 2 before I really thought deep on that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was a mistake there. I should have played a different land, listeners, watchers, viewers.
1 point of damage. Mwah-ah-ah.
Riggedy wrecked. All right, let's go here. And let's do this. You took all my goblin smugglers.
Rude.
I know. And I think I'm interested in trading 3 for 2. Question mark?
How about 3 for 3?
I still am interested. Actually, probably not. Eh. That's a good card. Okay. No blocks. Pro plays.
Got to.
Ooh, that was a sick draw.
Nice.
And let's Hulk smash.
Crunch. Okay.
Boom, baby.
I don't like all that.
Let's Hulk smash.
Yep. My life total is meaningless. Who cares about it?
Overrated. Doom, 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 doom.
Yeah, that 6 land's gonna do it. YOLO.
Block.
Just don't block, and I can kill you.
Inspired charge.
Yeah, you got it. Ugh. All right.
See you on the other side for sideboarding.
Yep.
All right, so we are sideboarding here after taking game 1. So a little weird in that I do think, based on what we saw out of Ethan, Flame Sweep is going to be really good against him. It's also really good against us, but I think it's probably worth running over and Infuriate. It didn't seem like those were going to do much, because either our stuff was bigger than his or he was going to be going wide around us. So I think I'm going to bring in Flame Sweep over and Infuriate. Fry kills a white creature. Do I want that? He was going wide. Presumably if he's white, though. Although he said he started, when we were talking, he said he didn't really start being white until the red, white, gold card. So we know he's got that. And that card is actually a pretty big problem for our deck. So we probably do want another way to interact with that. I think we're not going to need Manifold Key because we're either our stuff's going to be bigger and larger and we're going to have attack lanes, or he's going to go wide around us. I think the board's unlikely to stall out, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so I like those two swaps. Past that, I don't particularly see anything else I want to sideboard. Might have pacifisms, but I'm going to wait till we see the pacifisms to bring in natural end. And I think that's it. So I think we're going to submit with this. Let's see if we can take him down in game 2.
All right, here we are for sideboarding for game number 2. Hopefully we can get a game number 3. So Ben's red-green, but he said near mono-red. He doesn't... If he's mono-red, he's got a bunch of 2/4, like my shocks are bad. I'm wondering if Angelic Gift on like a Raider could be good for me. I mean, I did just mull to 5, so... You know, I don't know. I could get there. I wonder if maybe I still think our little derp creatures are good with like Griffin Protector with Inspired Charge. It was just a pretty bad draw for us. And I don't think I should go crazy with making changes, though the Brawlers are scary. But the Raiders can trade with the Brawlers, and so can Pack Mastiff. I'm just going to keep it as is. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm going to play first. And I will keep.
I will also keep. Gonna go get a forest.
Alrighty.
Fencing Ace. That's a bad boy there.
Bad boy.
And we'll Season of Growth.
Nice. Ugh, God.
Brick.
Yep. Stuck on lands.
Brutal.
Yep. I told you, the only winning I was doing was the die roll.
Year ago.
So I could move the blade. That makes removal worse for me. It's 1 point of damage less. Actually, it's 3 points less if I move. If I move the blade and it gets killed, I'm only dealing you 1. The potential to deal you 5 versus 4. I think I'll just take 5 versus 4. Versus 2 and 1. Or like, yeah, the difference between 2 and 1 if you do kill the Fencing Ace. But you told me you had no good red removal, so maybe you just don't have any shocks.
Well, I was hoping you were going to play another spell.
Oh, cool.
Was greedy there. I think you have Raise the Alarm. I wish I could have slow rolled that another turn, but I don't think I can afford to. That on top, and your go. No Raise the Alarm. All right, that feels good. Okay. That's a little scary with my life total where it is. I'm going to attack into that.
Yeah, no blocks.
And then play a Lawakin Brawler.
Come on, Mountain.
Ooh, hello. Top.
This has been fun. Cool.
Top. And attack. Attack here. See if this does it.
Yep, that's good.
All right.
Cool. Fastest showdown video ever.
I think the draft was super interesting. I really want to go watch your draft log.
You will be able to on the YouTubes.
Yeah, maybe you could DM it to me so I can take a look at it now.
Sure.
I want to see how I ended up in mono red when you were drafting red as well.
Yep. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Sorry that this was so delayed. Summer's been crazy for us.
Yep, we'll get an August one out to you within a few weeks.
Yep.
Catch you guys later.
Bye.